Hello everyone, welcome to ASHS HortLegend interviews. Today we are going to interview Professor Wayne Mackay from University of Arkansas. Hello Wayne.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for participating in ASHS HortLegend interviews. And we would like to know what is your specialization and what are the primary roles you have held.
Well, my specialization is in plant breeding and genetics. I worked primarily in floriculture and ornamental crops in my career, and I started that at Texas A&M in 1991 as part of my actual work as a professor. But later on in 2007, I went to the University of Florida as an administrator. And in fact, since then, I've done full-time administration work, first at the University of Florida and now at the University of Arkansas, where I've been since 2014.
Okay, thank you for sharing your
Yeah.
professional experience. And what has horticulture meant to your life and career? Can you please share that?
Well, for me, horticulture has been a lifelong uh, part of part of what I do. My mother gave me my first part of a flower bed when I was roughly 5 years old,
Oh,
and so I've grown flowers most of my life. And so when I went to college, I ended up going and getting a horticulture degree and went into the nursery industry as a grower, first in Michigan, and then I went to Maryland and became a grower and manager of a nursery operation there. And then in 1985, I went back to graduate school and ended up then getting my master's at the University of Delaware and my PhD at the University of Maryland, and then went into academia. So you can see my whole life, pretty much the last, I'm almost 70 years
yeah.
old, so
All
it's,
horticulture.
it's all horticulture.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. And what do you consider to be the most rewarding part of your career in horticulture?
I think the most rewarding part of my career has been working with students and then faculty in my roles as an administrator.
Mm.
Getting to participate in other people's success has been really a very rewarding thing for me. It's been a lot of fun to work with people. I love working with students. I love working with faculty, and so it that part of my career has been much more rewarding than even the research and teaching that I did during my career. So just having that opportunity to work with a lot of different people and make contributions along the way. So
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How long have you been a member of ASHS Society and how has the society influenced your career?
I think I've been a member for 37 years or thereabouts. Um, uh, it how's it affected my career? Well, one of the things that it definitely did was it helped me create connections with other people. That facilitated my research early on. And in fact, I understand that Tim Davis was in here earlier today,
Yeah.
and Tim and I have worked together since 1991 in lots of different ways. And so uh, developing those networks where I had people that I could collaborate with, ASHS made that possible. And really, then my further step into administration was made possible by a lot of people within ASHS. I had leadership roles, which helped me kind of prepare myself for going into a leadership position in my career. And most, if not all of that happened within ASHS. So it's a great organization. Faculty I found from day one. Um, I was just a student, but there were faculty all over who were willing to share their knowledge and share their wisdom, and then be there to help me and be mentors along the way. And many of those people I'm close friends with today. So
Yeah, thanks for sharing your wonderful
yeah,
experience with ASHS.
yeah.
That's great. And what advice, because you have worked with students and young professionals, so what advice can you offer to students and young professionals in the horticulture?
Well, the one thing and I've talked about this in various other forums. One of the things that a student should definitely try and find is a mentor.
Mm.
And if you can find the right person to mentor you, whether you're an undergraduate, your advisor, whether you're a graduate student and it's your advisor or another faculty member. And then when you become a faculty, if you go into academia and you're a faculty member, finding someone who can be that person you can have frank conversations with about, what your ideas are and get frank feedback from that other person, pointing out the good parts, the bad parts of what you're thinking about.
Mm.
Maybe not bad is not the right word, but the flaws in maybe what you're actually thinking about.
Mm.
I think a mentor is hugely important in creating success. Um, and if a mentorship goes correctly, you graduate through that relationship with that person, and eventually they become close friends,
Mm.
and you develop a whole nother layer of relationship with that person. So
Yeah, those are some great suggestions. Thanks
yeah.
for your
And
advice.
then the other thing I would say is, and I always tell this is to students, is network.
Mm.
Get out there, network, meet as many people as you can. And I can look around this meeting and see people that I networked with, 35 years ago.
Mm.
Of course, most of us are retiring now, but still, those people ended up being highly valuable in my career and my personal life in terms of my career as well. So, yeah,
Thank you for your advice.
yeah.
And what excites you most about the future of the horticultural industry and profession?
Um, yeah, that's a hard question. Of course, I see some really talented people that are coming into the
Mm.
profession, and that gives me great hope and excitement about where things are going to go. I think technology continues to move forward in all aspects of what we do in horticulture.
Mm.
It's going to continue to transform what we do as a profession. It's going to transform how industry grows our food, grows our ornamental crops, etc., and influences the environment that we're in. So technology to me and the changes in technology are so rapid, it's hard to envision exactly where we're going to be, but it gives me great hope that we'll solve a lot of problems going forward. And then, we just have great people coming into the profession, so it gives me great hope that things will continue to move forward. A lot of really smart people, smarter than me, that are coming in and moving us forward in lots of different ways. So, yeah,
Thanks for sharing your insights, and
yeah.
thank you for participating in this ASHS HortLegend interviews and sharing your advice to younger professionals, and thanks for your time.
Oh,
So,
my pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
thank you, Wayne.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.